Welcome to episode 359 of the EVERBLAck Podcast. On this episode, we are joined by the one and only Lajon Witherspoon from Sevendust, who will be touring Australia in April in support of their latest album, All I See Is War. The tour kicks off on April 25 at the Tivoli in Brisbane before heading to the Metro Theatre in Sydney on Friday the 26th, Saturday the 27th at the Forum in Melbourne, and then wrapping up on the 29th at the Gov in South Australia. Tickets are on sale now through MJR Presents. Get them now before they sell out. It's going to be one hell of a tour. And if you saw them on their last tour in Australia last year, it was just amazing. They always put on a kick-ass show, and they're just awesome, awesome guys. So make sure you get onto that one. Before we go into my chat with Lajon Witherspoon from Sevendust, we just have to mention that this episode is brought to you by Blacklight Art and Design, who are our go-to for all our screen printing needs. They've done all our shirts and hats for Everblack Media. They also have a really quick turnaround, so go check them out at www.blacklightad.com.au. The show is also brought to you by our good friends at RW Promotion, who are the best in the biz when it comes to stickers, flyers, banners, badges, and all other promo you need for your band or business. Go to www.rwpromotion.com.au and check them out. Also want to give a shout out to Lumberpunks Axe Throwing Club, who now have two venues in Queensland, one in Miami on the Gold Coast and the other in West End in Brisbane. Lumberpunks Axe Throwing is a destination suitable for solo adventurers, date nights, bucks nights, birthdays, hens nights, you name it. It's just a real good time. So it doesn't matter what music you listen to either, because you get to choose a soundtrack while you're chucking axes like a badass in zombie apocalypse training. It's amazing. All sessions are 1.5 hours in length and comprise of a safety induction, instruction on tactical tomahawks and hatchets, and then competitive play. It's good fun. Take all your buddies down there, throw some axes, and have a good time. And thanks to those guys, we have a special offer, which is 10% off your session when you quote EVERBLACK in your booking notes. So terms and conditions apply. Go check them out at www.lumberpunks.com and book your session now. Alright, here is episode 359 of the EVERBLACK Podcast with Lajon Witherspoon from Sevendust. Enjoy.
Hello.
How you going, man?
I'm fine. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, really good, dude. Really good. Glad to have you on this show, man. It's awesome to finally have you with us.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to talk to you this evening.
Thanks, man. It seems like Sevendust couldn't get enough of us down here, so you're coming back here in April, which is awesome news for us. The flight down must suck because it's a long time, but the tour's going to be awesome. You guys excited?
Man, it doesn't matter how long the flight takes because it's so incredible to get to Australia. The excitement to get over there, it's like I don't sleep well because every day is something new. Everyone's so cool. What a beautiful place you're so blessed to be able to live in. And the relationships that we've built over the years have been incredible. So it's a pleasure to get on that plane and get over there, man. Everyone's always so awesome to us, too.
Well, the last tour, you actually played the Gold Coast, which is my hometown. And it's rare.
Oh, my God. I can't believe you just said that. That's one of my favorite spots. How beautiful that. Are you kidding me? We had an off day there, and I didn't want to leave.
Do you know what's even weirder? Is I am standing right now directly across the street from that venue where you played, from where I work. So,
no,
weird, huh?
Are you serious, man? Take me there right now. I'll tell you what. We stayed right across the street from. It was a barbecue place right across the street from our hotel. They were like condos right on the water, right across the street from the water, the beach. And what an incredible spot. Me and John Conley, my guitar player, we shared, it was like a condo with two bedrooms, but then we had a common living room, and we were right on the water. And the time that we were there, the surfers competition was going on right outside our deck. And, man, whew, it was just great. What a beautiful place. You're very lucky. I wish we were coming there this time. At least I would think we would have an off day.
Oh, I know, right? I know, because we got Tattoo Studio here. I'd say, come on, boys, come get to Mink and hang out and have a beer. And but, maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Yes, sir. We'll definitely, for sure, brother.
Well, of course, I mean, your latest album, All I See Is War, came out last year, and everyone I know loves that album. And you've been opening with Dirty. Are there any other tracks from it
Yes.
you've been hanging to play that you haven't made it into the set yet?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. I would like to bring in Sickness to the set. Unforgiven, we definitely brought into the set. We've been just throwing around a few different ones, and everything's been sounding, good, and we've enjoyed it. So I'm excited about coming to Australia and putting together a whole different set list for everyone to, really have a good time.
Man, we can't wait to hear some of those tracks. I love that album.
Pleasure working with Everblack set on that album. That was really the icing on the cake for us, for sure.
Going Back Home was such a massive album, and it's turning 20 this year. I mean, that blows my mind. It must blow yours as well. Do you have plans to celebrate that milestone?
Oh, yes, we already did. So check it out. So Atlanta, the 28th and the 29th. The 28th, we did Deep Cut Sevendust, sold out. The 29th, we did Deeper Cut Sevendust live. And then we played New Year's, and we played Home in its entirety. So, wow, what a fun night. And that's something that I'm excited about because some of those songs we haven't played for 20 years, so it's fresh in our minds now. So I'm sure that we'll be bringing some of those tracks down to Australia and really blowing some people's minds with jamming some of those songs that they hadn't heard or seen us play before ever.
Do you remember when you got word when it went gold, where you were? Because that's such a great achievement.
Oh, wow. So I'm walking around in my bar right now, and I'm looking at what was that noise? My kids are upstairs. Something okay. Make sure everybody's okay. So I'm looking at the wall. I was like, oh, man, wait a second, 911. So I'm looking at the wall, and the first gold album I see is the Sevendust. It was presented to Lajon Witherspoon, probably the TVT Records. You know what? I don't exactly remember, but I remember being so excited. I couldn't believe it. Looking at it right now, I really don't look up there a lot, but it's crazy to know that I have a few of these albums that were presented to us, for selling. And it's really cool because you always, me as a kid and an artist growing up, like Elvis Presley, looking at his house and seeing the gold and platinum albums, I was like, man, one day. And so it's really cool to look up there and see those albums and the sales. It's really cool. It lets you know that at one point in time things are really good and people love music, and you can never take that away. We're definitely very proud of the band, and I'm very proud of the people that have kept us in this music business. So it's been an incredible journey.
And it's a stamping time, mate. It's you're stamping metal and music. It's there, as you said, forever. No one can take that away.
Well, it's pretty crazy, man, to think about it. Been very blessed, and I still, we've been doing it for so long. It's, not saying, well, we've been around here forever, but it's I still feel like now with the new Rise Records and this whole new staff behind us and us coming back to Australia again, it's like a new beginning. It's like, wow, it's fresh. It's like it's new again, and it's put a fire up under us, man, and I just can't wait to get there and, and share this with everyone and to hang out again and, to do the show, which is incredible, but to hang out before at the meet and greets, and not only that, to do the show and then after the show, to be able to say, hey, what's up, and let's talk, let's have a beer, let's catch up, what's going on around here, where we going, what's up? That's what I get into, too, just the whole experience, man.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And, even after so many years, you still seem like you love it, man. It's like you've done an awesome job.
Yeah, I do. I could never take it for granted because I think at the end of the day, this is something that I was born and I was destined to do in my heart, my soul. And if you took it away, I would still survive, but, it would just be like, that's like anything that anyone loves, no matter if it's you working at McDonald's, and guess what? You love it there, and that's your passion. And guess what? If you got fired, then you're sad. So, it's anything. So, it's with anything in life, and this is my passion. And I would never, like I said, take it for granted. And for us to be coming back to Australia so soon, I said we were going to do it, and we're not going to let you guys down, and we're coming back. And then after this time, we're coming back again. And I said I want to get residency there somewhere. Probably Gold Coast. What's up? Look out. Get me look out for an apartment for me. But you know what I mean, man. It's just a beautiful place.
Well, man, you're always welcome. Hey, mate, if you want to, there's a few places where I live, man. If you want to move in, we'll have some barbecues, some beers, always.
Man, that's exactly what I do here, too. So, hey, you're speaking my language, brother. I'll be there.
Well, as we were saying about the home albums, that album for me signifies a time in my life when just before I became a father for the first time. So every time I hear that album, it reminds me of my eldest daughter, who's now almost 20. So,
oh my goodness, no way! That's great. Well, we have daughters around the same age. Wow,
it's awesome.
Is she in college too now?
Yeah, she's in uni.
My oldest is at West Georgia. Yeah, it's crazy. That's great, man. Well, wow, you getting busy when the home album came out. maybe you had something to do with that. Yeah. That's awesome. That's great story.
But that album for me, as I said, like it's a stamping time for me. Do you have an album that has that effect on you? That has that, you hear it and just takes you straight back?
Oh wow, what a good question. I haven't even thought about that. And let me think, because I'm a weirdo. It could be something weird. You'd be like, wait a minute, this interview's over with. What'd you say? What would be something that would take me back? Oh, you know what? Wow. You know what? I was trying to finesse my wife years and years ago. Well, really. You know the band Maroon 5? Their first album. So listen to this. For some reason, whatever record label they were on, I forget, blah, 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 but I knew their A&R person years and years ago. And I had, bands that their albums hadn't been released and no one had ever heard of them yet. This is before they were getting ready to hit it. And I had this on my tour bus, and I met my wife that evening, and I remember telling my security guard to please, oh my gosh, she's beautiful right there in the front row. Just ask her if she would like to say hello, and I saw her say no, she didn't want to. And my security guard said no, she said she didn't want to, but her sister said yes. And I said, well, don't give her passes. And anyway, that night they ended up hanging out with me, and I played the Maroon 5 album for the first time for her to hear it. And so whenever I hear that, for whatever, it reminds me of the first time I met my wife, which was, she ended up, after that night, we ended up hanging out forever. So it was welcome to the dark side. It's a great story.
That is beautiful, mate. That's beautiful. See, everyone's got an album. Everyone's got that significant album. So
yeah. So Maroon 5, reminds me of my wife. Yeah,
beautiful. And of course, what's next for you guys? New album, new stuff in the works.
Yeah, so before we start going in and writing stuff, which I can't wait to do that anyway, we're getting ready to embark. We leave here. I'm actually leaving the snow. I'm looking out my windows right now in the bar here in the house, and it's snow on the ground. But me and the wife leave, and she'll come with me to do Shiprocked, which is Sevendust, Papa Roach, Nothing More, and like 20 other bands on this ship with this incredible group of people that are, called the Shiprockers. And this will be the 10th anniversary, the 10th year. And so we'll play twice on the boat. And what an incredible time. If you could anyone in Australia could, come check Shiprocked out. It's great. Everyone from around the world shows up. But after we do that, we get off the boat 5 days after we leave here Friday. And we go to Yucatan Peninsula, and Cozumel, and then the bus lets us. The boat. Listen to me. I'm already on the tour bus, and the boat lets us off in Galveston, Texas, and Sevendust. We get on the tour bus and start the Tremonti tour, which I'm so happy that we're touring with. Tremonti's coming out with us, so we'll hit the States with Tremonti and Cane Hill and a couple other bands.
That sounds unreal. I'd love to go to Shiprock. That would be a dream.
Let me tell you. I'll get you the family discount. Just let me know if you want to go next year. But let me tell you how fun it is. So what will happen is we'll dock out on Saturday, right? So, so the night before, there's a pub crawl in this town, Galveston. So all the Shiprockers will go to all the bars together, which, we'll probably stay back at this beautiful haunted hotel. They said it's haunted. That's the thing the wife said. Oh, my God, it said it was haunted. That's the first thing that popped up. Anyway, it's this beautiful hotel on the water, so we're excited about it. But the first night you dock off, Sevendust is the first band that plays on the top deck. So that's about 7 o'clock, and we do a blast an hour set, and then just the party starts from then on. And then we play the last night before the boat docks. will play the beautiful theater. But you got Papa Roach, Nothing More. I mean, just all these great bands that show up, and the stowaways are different artists that just pop up to, jam, and it's just a great, you need to do it.
Oh, dude, it's on my list. But until then, we are definitely going to be seeing you in April. So it kicks off Thursday, April 25th in Brisbane. Man, we can't wait to see you and the boys. But until then, all the best, man.
Hey, thank you. I look forward to seeing you, and thank you for taking the time tonight. And everyone, I can't wait to get to Australia.